Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, and thank you for joining as we talk about go-to strategies to reach your holiday shoppers. We're going to get started momentarily. A few more people are coming in. If you have any questions throughout today's session, please drop them in the Q&A in the menu bar, and we'll get to them at the end. So just a few housekeeping notes. All participants will be muted throughout the course of the presentation, but a full recording will be sent after the event. Again, you can submit any questions via the Q&A function. And if you have follow-up questions after the webinar, you can email adexpert@groundtruth.com or connect with your GroundTruth consultant. Okay, so the agenda for the afternoon is I'll provide a short overview of GroundTruth for anyone on the call that may not be familiar with us. Then we're going to dive into relevant trends, predictions, and go-to strategies to help marketers achieve their holiday goals. We'll touch on omnichannel and some thought starters and creative solutions to help you connect with your customers. And then again, at the end, we'll have the Q&A. So GroundTruth is the leading location-based marketing and ad tech company. We've been focused on location since 2009, and we've built our technology from the ground up to help marketers of all sizes achieve their goals. We offer intent-based targeting solutions to drive tangible outcomes that matter to marketers. So I like to think about it as reporting beyond the click. And while our roots are in mobile, we now offer ad campaigns across all digital screens. So we're going to take a look back at 2020 to start. And despite the chaos and uncertainty that surrounded that year, visitation to retail categories followed similar trend lines from 2019. There was a major peak in in-store traffic beginning with Black Friday, upswings on weekends, and a mad dash in the final week before Christmas. That's usually me. I'm the one out crazy at the end because I waited till the last minute. In the first peak, we can see on Black Friday that foot traffic more than doubled in some of the more expensive retail categories. So shoppers were really looking to maximize on the deals and on the Black Friday specials with that first peak. And the second peak is the first Saturday in December. And this shows a push for in-store shopping as the holidays got closer. Lastly, in the week before Christmas, shoppers that missed the shipping cutoffs, the last minuters were driving online and hybrid shoppers in store to purchase last minute gifts. In terms of what we saw in Black Friday, the categories that had the greatest share of foot traffic were luxury, apparel and accessories, and electronics, which all increased about 2.5 times above the average for that quarter on the deal-focused day of Black Friday. Then we saw increases in beauty and footwear. Their in-store visitation doubled. So those were maybe people, again, taking advantage of trends and sales to shop for themselves while they finished up or started their list started buying their gifts for the people on their lists. Diving into week-over-week trends, foot traffic to holiday-related retail categories began scaling up last year, mid-November. We saw big box and craft stores get the first big spikes in foot traffic during the week of November 19th. They saw 9% and 13% increases, respectively. The go-to categories for in-person last-minute shopping last year were luxury, which got an increase of 69%. Apparel and accessories increased 68%, and department stores increased 65%. Big ticket items like electronics often are going to warrant an in-person visit because people want to, learn more from a sales expert. They want to touch, they want to feel the item that they're going to spend a lot of money on. And we saw that foot traffic to electronic stores began with Black Friday preview sales, but spiked to 51% in the week before Christmas. The GroundTruth Foot Traffic Tracker is a free public resource that we provide to all of our marketers and partners. You can view trends like the ones that I just discussed, sort by business category, state, zip code. You can do custom date ranges and even more. So if you're interested in getting that type of analysis for your business or for your industry, your category, the Foot Traffic Tracker is available at groundtruth.com. So looking into this year, compared to 2020, this holiday season is looking optimistic for brands and retailers. Shopping in store has seen an uptick in recent months, and there's an estimated 7% year-over-year growth in holiday sales. So that's fantastic. The thing that's probably on everyone's mind is COVID and how that's going to impact shopping this season. 35% of US shoppers say that COVID will impact how they shop this year, but that's down from a whopping 53% in 2020. So again, things are looking up for this year. While visitation patterns indicate that shoppers are ready to head back and the numbers are looking good, there are some additional variables that marketers have to consider. So shortages have been reported in the news, staffing shortages, certainly, but there's also manufacturing material shortages and shipping container delays, shipping container shortages that will introduce additional hurdles for retailers this holiday. Shipping time for items from Asia, for example, has nearly doubled this year. So with all of that information in the news, more than half of consumers are planning to shop earlier this year compared to 2020. The silver lining is, again, that shoppers are planning to shop earlier, meaning that marketers have more time to connect with them and influence what they buy and where they complete their holiday shopping. So that's good news. Again, holiday shopping, we expect to start earlier this year. Last year, about 40% of US shoppers said they plan to start their holiday shopping all the way in December, while again, this year, almost 60% of shoppers plan to shop earlier compared to what they did last year. So looking back and even looking with this 2021 lens, it's clear that marketers need to reach key audiences earlier than they have before in order to win this season. And where are those shoppers going to be making their purchases? The research indicates it's a mix of online and in store. E-commerce, everyone knows, has continually grown. And research indicates that it's expected to increase again this year, 11 to 15%. But only 14% of shoppers saying that they will not be shopping in store at all this season. So the flip side is 86% of shoppers will be making a trip into the store. So while online, of course, is important, and those experiences will play a major role in the purchase funnel, marketers would do well to remember that the in-store experience is still a priority for shoppers and to plan accordingly. So when should you start your marketing plans? Based on the research, we think as early as possible. Believe it or not, October is next week. Where does the time go? Marketers have more time to reach, influence, and drive shoppers to make a purchase. Shoppers will begin stockpiling as early as October. And omnichannel strategies are going to be key as shoppers are expected to research across channels based on their convenience. Digital media will be important as it can prompt shoppers to browse online and then ultimately check out however they prefer. So strategies to boost brand awareness, cross-channel targeting is going to be important. You're going to want to leverage tactics like custom audience targeting and conquesting to increase consideration of your brand versus those of your competitors, and guiding customers through checkout to drive conversion with strategies like proximity targeting and creative solutions and messaging to underscore the urgency of making a purchase. All to say, start as early as possible. So we're going to take a look at a few of the personas that marketers might want to focus on. First is the holiday planner. They plan their shopping out and are likely to begin early. For this shopper, you can focus on reaching those that are in store, focus on digital and physical window shoppers, and message them with sale previews and specials. These folks are starting early, so you're going to want to start your messaging to them as early as October. And you can use tactics like custom audience targeting. In addition to our audiences, you can layer on your own first-party or third-party data onto our audiences to focus on specific personas. We have a variety of different ways that you can tap into customized targeting and reach customized customers. Cross-device is going to be important to reach this person in key media consumption moments. You can retarget to people across media channels and reach them in mobile, social, desktop, and connected TV. And then behavioral audience targeting is going to be important as well. You can align your marketing strategy with shoppers based on past behaviors. So if they're a discount shopper, for example, you can talk to them about deep discounts or off-price locations. Luxury is going to be swayed by messaging around luxury and retail luxury items. But you can reach all of these folks with our behavioral audience targeting based on what they've done in the past. Convenience shoppers, as opposed to those that like to plan, are going to be influenced by convenience. So you want to reach them in real time, offer options like curbside pickup, flexible delivery, and you can use these strategies on an always-on basis to reach people, that can be driven to make a purchase based on a timely message. To reach these folks, you're going to want to focus on proximity targeting to get people that are near your store and message them with information about specials or giftable items. Dynamic distance overlays would be great for these folks as well, to let them know again that they're near your store and potentially drive them in. Information about curbside pickup would be great to reach people that want to shop online, but pick up in store. And we have custom audience segments to reach curbside pickup and folks that are interested in delivery as well. And then neighborhoods targeting allows you to reach your trade area, for lack of a better word. So that's going to reach people that are similar to people that are your most likely audience to drive to enter your store. This eliminates wasted impressions and serves to hyper specific areas. Lastly, the last minute gifter, I'm guilty of that one, is going to react to messages focused on product availability, again, curbside pickup, same day delivery are messages that you might want to use to speak to that person. You can heavy up for last minute in late November and in December. And options like GroundTruth's own super landing page would be a great way to cut through the clutter that might exist on, on a brand website and really core down to the information that's going to be key to reaching this customer and driving them into your store. So you can include things like a branding message, video, they can click to call, click for directions to the store that's nearest to them. And you can even provide offer and coupon messages in the GroundTruth super landing page. On-premise targeting, again, you can reach people that are in the parking lot or even in the retail block to incentivize them to purchase and to come to you when they're out and about in their craze at the end of the shopping season. And location audience targeting can help you stay top of mind during the last minute dash as well. You can include things like dynamic countdowns for shipping cutoff to promote urgency and drive conversion, and limited time offers if you're looking to drive them into the store. A few other key customers to focus on are loyalists. Brand loyalty was trounced by factors like price and convenience last year. Retailers can re-engage with past loyalist audiences and nurture those relationships with regular incentives related to interest in past purchases. A lot of people overlook loyalists, but it's key to stay in communication with them so that they continue to feel valued and continue to choose you over other retailers that are going to be messaging them at this time as well. Lookalikes are important, and we build lookalike audiences based on visitation patterns and consumer behaviors. They shifted in a lot of ways in the past year, but you can extend your reach for key marketing periods like the upcoming holiday time and reach potential new customers by focusing on lookalikes that are similar to the customers that are driving your business. And then lapsed customers. So, a lot of people stopped shopping and stopped going into the store. But lapsed customers, given the information that we've covered so far and people's increasing willingness to go into stores, it's time to catch up with them, recapture and make up for some of that lost ground. So lapsed audience targeting with personalized ads would do well to help influence them to come back into the stores and start shopping sooner. There are some creative ideas and just best practices that we want you to keep in mind. You do all this work to reach the right audience. You want to make sure that your creative seals the deal and gets them to shop with you. So things like clean messaging, focus on a variety of different ad sizes, including the larger ad sizes to catch eyeballs and get people's attention. The dynamic distance overlay is great, really for all potential customers to let them know that they're near your store and to help guide them into you versus potential competitors. And then here's an example of the super landing page. So you can see that there are a variety of different options for messaging within that page. You can feature a brand logo or an offer in the landing page. It will show the store that's closest to the person at the point in time. They can click for directions. They can click to call into your store, view a video, and you can have a call to action. We recommend a call to action that's as creative and as specific as possible, according to what you want them to do after viewing the landing page. As always, keep your ads clean, feature offers prominently, and again, GroundTruth's landing page can streamline instead of having people search and look for what you want them to find when they get to a brand site. Today's strategies were built to help you drive results in Q4. A few reasons why GroundTruth is a great partner to partner with you as you begin your advertising focus for this year are our scale, performance, and trust. Visitation powers everything we do, from audience building and targeting to dynamic creative solutions and measurement. And in terms of scale, we have unique and unmatched solutions that are powered by our proprietary technology, partnerships, and first-party data. And we have inventory access across all screens, desktop, tablet, connected TV, OTT, and social networks. Performance, we're data-driven, and dynamic targeting tactics are optimized to help marketers achieve their objectives. We build audiences, we serve media, and we measure the impact on our campaigns, including engagement, views, and visits. So we're really speaking to the metrics that are important to marketers and that matter in the real world. And trust. We're validated and verified by a variety of different verification partners. Most recently, the MRC provided us with accreditation for our visitation data sets, and we're independently audited with an accuracy rating of 99%. So both for our methodologies and data, as well as the ultimate goal of driving people into stores, GroundTruth is vetted and trusted to be able to deliver the results that you're looking for. So we're going to stop and give everyone a few minutes to drop in any questions. I want to thank everyone for joining today. I hope the information was relevant and will be useful to you as you consider your marketing plans for Q4. A quick reminder to please complete the poll before you sign off today, because there won't be access to it afterward. And for anyone who might have joined us a little later, we will be sending out the full recording of today's session, as well as our holiday strategy guide, which is coming right off the presses. Thank you. So if there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Let's see. How much does it cost to get started on Ads Manager? How quickly can I get a campaign up and running? The great thing about advertising on Ads Manager and with GroundTruth is that there are no minimum campaign spends. This isn't the case with a lot of our competitors, particularly for connected TV and OTT. You can get started with the budget that makes sense for you, and you can get your campaign up and running really in as quickly as a day. We do recommend that you leave 2 to 5 days in order for us to troubleshoot any mishaps or to help you out as needed, but you can turn a campaign on within a day's time. So that definitely helps in terms of the flexibility that may be needed, as trends change and as people's behavior shift. That's another great thing about digital, is that it provides you the flexibility to respond to what's going on with your business. What sorts of metrics would I get after a campaign wraps up? Our reporting dashboard is fantastic, and we provide a variety of different metrics from the ones that you would expect, impressions, your budget, click-through rate. We provide information about visits. And then there are more detailed things like the look-back window. So we help advertisers understand the time lapse between a person seeing their ad and actually walking into the store. We can help advertisers become more knowledgeable about their customers with reporting as well, all in the dashboard. So you can see other types of businesses, other categories of businesses that they've visited, demographic information about the people that have viewed your campaign. Reporting is kind of requires its own webinar in and of itself. But really anything that you might be looking for, you'd be able to find in the dashboard in Ads Manager. How can we work with GroundTruth as a managed service? That's a great question. And that really is as simple as contacting us and raising your hand and letting us know that you want to work with managed. So there are a variety of different ways that you can work with us. For people that don't, have the time or inclination to put their campaigns in themselves, we do have an entire managed service team that will manage your campaign from entry all the way through reporting, soup to nuts. For those that, want to be hands-on keyboard, want more flexibility to change their campaigns on the fly, or want, unlimited entry or use of the dashboard, self-service might be a better use for them. Are there any other questions? What types of clients do we have? They run the gamut, but they tend to be by and large business to consumer, just because of the nature of the platform and the visitation patterns that we're able to see. When you're looking to drive someone into a store, that tends to lend itself to business to consumer. But we work with retail, we work with restaurants, travel is a big vertical for us right now. We work with auto dealers that want to drive people onto their lots to make purchases, variety of different things. I'm even working with an AC company right now that wants to use our weather triggered targeting to speak to people and remind them to replace their AC filters. So really across the board, but in general, they tend to be business to consumer, although we can work with B2B as well. Is there a contact for managed service? Brian Sherwin, I think the best way for you to get in touch with us is to, there's a contact us form on the website, and you will raise your hand there to explain how you want to work with us. And then someone from the managed service team will be in touch with you. Is it mostly brands or agencies? I think that, there's a nice healthy split of brands versus agencies. We do work with and support a lot of small businesses. We work with regional brands, we work with national brands, and we support their agencies as well. So it really just depends, but we can work with clients direct as well as agencies. And we do have a variety of different relationships across the board. Thank you for the webinar admins. They put the contact us form in the chat. So if you're interested in reaching out to us and beginning a relationship, that would be a great place for you to start. You're welcome. Oh, Brian, I think you're getting more support in the chat. But for anyone that doesn't have a current relationship, a great place to begin would be the contact us form. Let's see. If we work with GroundTruth via self-serve, do we get to work with experts like you? Absolutely. So even for self-service, you will be partnered with a team that's there to promote and make sure that your campaigns run successfully. So it would be a pod with a person like me. So I am a strategic account executive, and I partner with a platform specialist that's, an expert on all things platform. So you get support both from a strategic perspective with how to set up your campaign, audiences that you might want to target, and the upfront whys and hows of how you would create the campaign. And then your account executive, as well as your platform specialist, will support you with any recommended optimizations. We keep an eye on your campaign and recommend things that can help it either serve more or help improve the response to your advertising. So even with self-service, you are afforded with support to make sure that your experience on the platform is fantastic and that it helps you achieve your goals. Are there any other questions? We'll just give a couple more moments for anyone that's shy. But I think it seems like we're all set in terms of questions. So I want to thank everyone for your time, for registering, and for actually showing up to the webinar. I'm excited to partner with my clients, certainly, but to help anyone else that may need help with getting their Q4 marketing strategies up and running so that you have a successful holiday season this year. So thank you very much.